Hello. Thanks for listening to this, and I just wanted to tell you guys something. I want to explain something. I watched this video, and it made a lot of sense to me. And this is from a guy named Joey Diaz. He is a comedian, and I just wanted you to know, this is where I think uh, makes sense when in a gang stalking sort of view, when I'm looking at it from my point of view. In gang stalking, cops are usually used, or cops are part of it. And I think this is where the cop connection, where the gangs came after me, and some police officers did too. I think this is partially the connection that is made. And I think this is where gang stalking gets its. The police are involved too, and I think this is where it really is. Um, Joey Diaz, Joey Diaz talks about what it's like on the street. And he explains how it works. He explains how if you're a drug dealer or if you're a gang or you have some cops on the take, you have some cops who listen to you and will actually, help you out. Well, I think this is it. This is the reason why those people harassing me and messing with me, a lot of them were druggies or drug dealers, or heavy drug users, or connected to people in bars. It was very an underground street sort of kind of people who were harassing me. And they're harassing me in a certain way. So I'm guessing if this is how the ideas and the way to harass you gets around through these drug dealers, through the police, and that's why I think it can follow you from school to school if you're in high school. It can follow you from workplace to workplace if you're just regular trying to work. It can follow you from town to town. People had to move out of townships because of this, or counties. So I think people have to understand how severe and how sadistic this is. And just watch this Joey Diaz clip, and it will just kind of explain to you how the street works. Thanks for listening. Bye.
If I'm a big volume drug dealer, if I make $500,000 a year on coke, $500,000 a year on gambling, $500,000 a year on hot stuff, $500,000 a year on construction, everybody is always trying to shoot you down. So, number one, for you to get ahead and to get up in that level, you have some dirty cops. I was a punk drug dealer, and I had dirty cops. I had a cop that would give me all the guns he confiscated for coke. So any hot gun, I'd tell him, any hot gun, get 200 cash. I was just shipping them back east. I remember still this guy coming to my house at 2 a.m. on duty with his jaw going from side to side, his eyes spinning in his head, and asking me for a gram of coke. Now, when you're in that position there, when you're in the $1 million game, okay, there's going to be times like Michael Dowd. Like Michael Dowd told me a story one time. I told him I was going to go on Bo Dietl's podcast, which I still owe an appearance on. And he goes, don't say nothing to Bo that you know me, because one time Bo and his crew were about to arrest somebody. And we saw the paperwork, and we went over there and robbed the guy's drugs. So when Bo got over there with the rest of the cops, all the drugs were gone. And Bo knew it was us. Okay, when you're making $500,000 a year from drugs, the last thing you need is Ali Sadiq setting shop over there at that funeral parlor. Especially if I'm right here. I need Ali to get with his fucking friends, jumping up and down with rap music and fucking cars at night, and we're trying to sell $1 million here. I got a cop in my pocket. I'll tell him to go over and talk to Ali. Go bust Ali, shut him down over there, because he's making a racket towards my business. That's part of business.
Okay.
That's not called a rap.
That's not snitching.
That's part of business. That's part of business. Ali's got a sister. And I went to a club one night and I called her a fucking cunt or whatever. Ali knows me. Ali knows me. We're friends. He knows I'm a drug dealer. He don't want no problems with me, whatever. You know what? He might just, by mistake, put an ounce of coke in my car and make me get pulled over.
Okay.
That's not a rap. That's part of doing street. That's street business. That's street business. That's part of
colonial damage.
That's part of getting mixed up in the fucking game. If you're a drug dealer and you have any clout or a numbers operator or anything, you have a cop on your payroll. You have a couple cops on their payroll, and they have ears, and they'll come to you. and say, listen, we just busted this dude, Ali, and he's down there ratting. Like, cops work like that too. So I already know. So I'll call the king of the fucking brothers and go, hey, if you got something going on with Ali, disconnect. Because he's in there ratting. Now I just won myself a favor with the brothers.
Right.
Now I just won myself a favor with the brothers. Because Ali's running with the brothers over on 88th Street. Now I go over there and tell him, hey, Ali ratted. How do you know? Because he's in there singing the blues. Who's Copernicus? Me. How do you know who I tell you that fucking Ali was ratting on Copernicus. Now they owe me a solid.
Gotcha.
So it's all on the street, it's all about solids.